Crazy people are everywhere, but what happens when they get a badge and a gun and take on the role of police officers?
Please do not ruin my career. Please, please, please.
Here are 6 of the most shocking cases when fake cops realize they have been arrested. Starting with a 19-year-old Jackson Jones, who was pulled over by an Oklahoma police officer after the officer received multiple complaints of him pulling people over in the area. The most shocking detail? He's just 19, far too young to be pulling off a crime like this. Jones was found driving a Kia, wearing a duty vest, while not on duty, a clear violation according to the officer.
I mean, there's proof right there. But like I told him, I just want to take it off. I'll take it off.
That's fine. I'd much rather you just take the sheriff patch off.
I mean, I could do that.
Because if you're not commissioned to be a sheriff deputy or a police officer,
well, you're a sheriff, and I understand why you got that.
I am a deputy sheriff, yes.
But I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to be nice to you. I understand why you got called by these
right.
people.
But if you walk around with a vest carrier on with sheriff on your chest and you're not a sheriff, you may work for the sheriff's office, but you work in a jail and you're not commissioned outside of the jail to carry a gun or have any arrest powers.
Okay, I understand.
All right?
But I told him I'll just take it off because I'm not from here. I live in Tennessee. I got a Tennessee plate. Okay? I'm just trying to I'm not trying to cause any crime.
Okay. Does your command at where you work at know that you go around in the public with the vest on with the sheriff on your chest?
I mean, they know about it. They don't have to wear it. I mean,
But you wear it anyways?
Well, I'm tired, and I just want to go to bed.
You wear it to drive all the way from Tennessee to Choctaw, Oklahoma?
Oh, man, I'm going to Oklahoma City.
Right. Either way.
I'm not trying to cause any problem. I've had this happen for me before. I've got pulled over before this. And they've let me go. They just told me not to wear it.
Okay.
I mean, like,
my biggest issue is the sheriff on your.
Jones claimed he worked at the local jail, but is that true, or is he just spinning a web of lies? Don't worry, the cops are on it. For now, let's take a closer look at what the deputy noticed inside Jackson's car.
Okay, well that might be true and fine within the jail, but when you come out to public, you don't have any arrest powers. You're not commissioned. Do you understand?
I understand that. I don't understand what you're talking
And you got alcohol in the vehicle.
Well, it's not mine.
Well, that's beside the point.
It's my girlfriend. And I don't drink, so...
Well, it doesn't matter. You realize transporting open container, if any of that's opened or partially missing, that it doesn't matter whose it is. If you're in the vehicle with it, you can be arrested for transporting open container.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not... It's not mine, man. She bought it. She lives up there in Luther.
Have you ever heard the phrase of when guys get hemmed up for drugs in their pockets and they say these pants aren't mine? You realize how stupid that is?
Clear traffic 0955.
Okay.
Yes, the officer spotted alcohol, but Jackson quickly denied it was his, insisting he doesn't drink and that his girlfriend had left it in the car. His suspicious responses only deepened the officer's doubts, leading him to order Jackson out of the vehicle for a thorough check.
Okay, cool. Step on out if you don't mind. Drop your cord there. Alright, face the vehicle. I'll just check you for, make sure you don't have any guns or nothing. Okay. Alright, if you wouldn't, that's fine. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and take the vest off and just sit it in the car. So do you wear this vest carrier on duty?
No.
In the jail?
I mean, like I can. I usually wear it under my hood shirt.
Okay.
What vehicle was it that you stopped and talked to?
I didn't stop at no vehicle.
No, I mean, you said that you stopped and talked to somebody.
There was some truck, but then he left out of the parking lot.
Okay.
But all I did, literally, I went up to
Let's go ahead. Get the vest off for me. And the only reason I'm having you take it off is so I don't have to worry about the knives or anything you may have on you. That's fine. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. All right, if you'll just go sit on the curb up there.
The search revealed some knives and handcuffs, raising even more red flags. The officer asked Jackson to sit in the official police vehicle while they continued their investigation, even taking his phone for further scrutiny.
We go have a seat in my Tahoe. I'll have a seat in my Tahoe.
Passenger seat?
No, back seat. Who are you on the phone with?
That's my girlfriend. She lives over there in Lincoln.
Okay. Let me hang up the phone. We can't have people in the back seat with phones. All right. Thanks.
The cops decided to dig deeper, reaching out to Jackson's supposed workplace to verify his story. And here's where the truth began to unravel. Jackson was faking it all along.
He'll give us a contact number for a supervisor at work or something. I'm gonna shut this other door.
I really don't want to do shit. But the beer card, like I said, that it's not in my possession, right?
It is in your possession. It's in your car.
By you owning the vehicle, it being in your vehicle, and it sitting beside you, that is considered possession. I understand that.
And I've got put up before.
I'm going to try, I mean, we're trying to work with you here.
I know.
We are trying to work with you here.
I don't understand that.
But we need...
I'm trying to keep my law enforcement records.
We're not looking to take you to jail, but
We're not looking to do
we
that.
want to talk to a
I don't
supervisor.
care if you take the whole like that. That's take it. I mean, that'll keep me out of trouble.
But we want to talk to a supervisor.
I mean, it's on my phone.
In your phone? All right, I'll go grab it. And it's Campbell County?
Yeah.
I washed my vest last night and I left all that.
That has been working like 2 weeks.
Like, you haven't been to work in 2 weeks?
I think I need to quit.
So you haven't been to work in 2 weeks, but you're wearing the uniform pants, duty style looking shoes, and a vest carrier?
Well, I mean, like, I'm trying to go back to work, though. I mean, my cousin's a gentleman.
Well, it's kind of a process to get hired.
I understand. Tennessee's different from Oklahoma. Tennessee got me on less than like 3 weeks.
Right.
But Oklahoma, I've literally called and they're like, Edmund doesn't. Like, they're not.
Edmund hires once a year.
Yeah.
Edmund says,
And you got to have a
like,
bachelor's
Oklahoma
degree.
County is not. I mean, I only have a associate's degree.
Yeah. Edmund has kind of high standards. You got to have a bachelor's degree.
But I've called everywhere, and so nobody wants to hire me.
Yeah. It's just weird to me that you weren't even recently on duty and you're wearing the vest carrier.
I mean, I just, like I said, I don't.
Where'd you get the vest carrier from? Did you order it online?
No.
From a friend, or
I didn't get it off.
bought it at a store?
It's a police store over there in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can only be law enforcement to get it. I bought it like 4 months ago.
4, 9, 7, 2, 6.
Like I said, I mean, you can take all this stuff from me and keep me out of trouble.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, I bought all this stuff. None of that stuff was given to the county, so it ain't like I stole it.
Okay. All right. Give me your phone back.
Like I said, I'm not going to see DPS.
All right. Cool. Hey, can you transfer me to a number? What's this kid's name? 423-494-9736. Yes, this is Deputy Mike Hansen with the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office. I'm out on a individual saying he works for Campbell County Sheriff's Office by the name of Jackson Jones. You'll give me a call back, 405-869-2501. 2501. That is our dispatch number, and they can have you transferred to me. All right. So it went to a voicemail. So that's like not an official.
Things got even more serious when one witness he had pulled over arrived on the scene and completely exposed his story. Not only did the witness confirm that Jones was unlawfully stopping whoever he felt like stopping, but he also informed the officers that Jones claimed to be an officer from Wilsontown in Oklahoma. This raised another red flag for the officers because during their earlier encounter, Jones had claimed he was from Tennessee.
Wait, what you just said?
Because he was dressed like a cop.
Yeah.
He had a sheriff thing, but it had sheriff written on the side right here.
Right.
And I live on 62 off of Adam Road. He was sitting in a driveway
251.
right beside 62 Highway. And I pulled up and I was staring at him because he was in there kind of cockeyed. And I was like, we live on a one way in, one way out, and you know, we always are watching for cars. And I sat there and I was staring at him, and I stared for about 10 minutes of staring at him, and I'm like, this guy, it's kind of odd. He's in our neighbor's driveway. And I sat there and stared at him, and I drove off. And he got right behind me and started following. And he's driving along. He was right on me. And I was like, almost on this on to get popped.
This is from over by the Hera Agmar. From there all the way down to Sonic.
All the way to Sonic and Hera. And I pulled into Sonic, he pulled in behind me. He gets out, and I said, can I help you, sir? He's like, well, I was wondering, what was your problem? You were staring at me over in the driveway. And I said, yeah, I was kind of curious who you was, because that's kind of odd that I didn't know who you was. I was kind of curious. I lived down this road. I was kind of see what was going on. And I was staring at you to see who you was. He goes, I'm a undercover cop for Wellston. I run, my partner, I run with the highway patrolman out of Wellston. Okay. And I said, so, just be curious, you look pretty young. How old are you? He goes, I'm 22 years old, just turned 22. I was like, man, you're pretty young to be a cop, be an investigator.
Right.
And I said, what brings you to be a cop? Is it like, is it in the family or whatever? And try to just talk to him. And he goes, yeah, a lot of my family is cops and stuff, and I became a cop when I was 18. And then he goes, well, I got a call, I got to let you go. And then he left. And then when he left, he came towards by the turnpike bridge. And he flipped the U-E and was trying to pull another car. He started flashing his lights at him.
Really?
And I didn't know if they pulled over or not, but he was flashing his lights like he was trying to pull them over. I was like, that's kind of strange.
Right.
And I got home this while ago and told my wife, and I was like, man, this car pulled me over. And I was talking to this guy, and I was trying to see if she goes, oh yeah, because we got a cop friend that lives in Wellston. And I was going to call him later on when he wakes up to see, because I think he works night shift, to see if he's really, that guy really a cop. It was just odd how he was acting.
I got you.
All righty.
If you will put all your information on there, and then when you start talking about the traffic stop where he stopped you and stuff like that, put real good information in there, like the exact location where he made contact with you, where you initially seen him and everything. And I want to confirm right now that everything happened in Oklahoma County, right?
No. Yeah.
West of
He
Pot
was
County Road?
in Lincoln County.
Okay. When you first seen him, he was in Lincoln County?
Yes.
And then he followed you into Hera?
Yes.
And made contact with you in Hera?
Yes. You know where that pig farm is? Like you're going off 62, like you're going, like County Line Road right there?
Uh-huh.
And you got that pig farm on top of the hill. It's the Hera Ag Barn.
Left side of the road, going towards.
On the south side of 62? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of know the area of 62 and Pot County Road.
You'll top that hill, and you start going down the hill, there's a little dirt road that goes to your left. That's where he was sitting. Not on our dirt, because I live on the dirt road. Right. He was on the house right next door on the dirt road in their driveway, cockeyed.
But where he made contact with you and he stated he was law enforcement was...
At Sonic.
At Sonic in
Yes,
here.
because he pulled up right behind me, and I was like, pulling me over for it.
Right.
And usually, clicks in my head that first thing you ever get pulled over, first thing I ask you, that's your driver's license.
Right.
First thing ever.
Yeah.
And when he didn't tell me that, I was like,
yeah.
And then he told me his partner was Wellston. He's out of Wellston, and his partner is a highway patrolman. I was like,
all right, yeah, put all that in there, and even put on there when you seen him turn around and flashing his headlights at somebody.
all right, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't found any guns yet, but I haven't done like a thorough search of his car yet.
Because he had a gun on the side.
He did have a gun on his side?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You seen it?
Yeah.
In a holster?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had handcuffs. Yeah, I mean, just like
Right.
he had.
Well,
One thing he didn't have was a body cam, and then right here on his chest, right here, it just said sheriff on it.
Right.
That was
yeah.
it.
I got pictures of that.
Yeah.
So when we made contact with him, he doesn't have a firearm on him, but that doesn't mean it's not in the car.
And then he told me he had let me go because he got a call. That's why he let me go out of Sonic. Because he goes, well, because
And then he flipped a U-E on someone and was flashing their lights.
and then
like
when I passed over the interstate, the turnpike, right when we passed underneath it, he flipped the U-E and was going back towards, the turn.
Going back east.
Yeah. And started flashing lights at that car. I was like, that's just odd. And then I got home. I just got home because we're coming back to the AutoZone to get some parts for our car. And then I told my wife, I was like, man, it's kind of strange. My car was sitting in the driveway, and
I wish you would have called it in way earlier, but I'm glad we got him though.
And then I was thinking, I was sitting there thinking, if he's Oklahoma County they don't cross over into Lincoln County. And Lincoln County does not cross over to Oklahoma County.
We might go over there to help them with something.
Exactly.
But one of them is going to be there with us.
Exactly, because y'all don't station by yourself to pull someone over in Lincoln County if you're Oklahoma County.
Right.
And that's what cut. And then my wife's like, you better call somebody and see what's going on, because that's just very, very, very strange. And the weird thing is, he didn't flash his lights at me. Nothing. He just got right on my bumper, man, and it just spalled me into town. And I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna pull in Sonic to see, man, if he's gonna pull in with me. And right when he pulled in, he caught his car right in behind mine where I blocked
blocking you in.
Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of odd.
Right. Okay. Good. I'm glad you came over here and told us, because that sealed the deal. Because we were gonna let him go. Because prior to that, we didn't have any like solid stuff on him. But thank you for coming back over here. If you want to work on that, try to write as legibly as you can.
I'm not very good spelling.
You can take your time.
Because my wife, I can take it home with my wife, and I can tell her, and she'll write it down exactly what I said, word by word.
How far is home from here?
Right.
Like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it in Oklahoma County?
It's in Lincoln County.
It's in Lincoln County?
It's right on the Lincoln and Oklahoma County line. I'm right on the line.
Let me get your...
And I'm not a very good speller at all. And my wife,
How about you? Can you write pretty good? It just needs to be legible, just so I can attach it to the charge packet. Yeah. It just has to be legible to where I can make out enough, or a judge can make out enough. That way, you know...
Because I can tell my wife detail by detail, and she can write it down perfectly. Because me and him, we're not very good spellers at all.
I don't care about spelling. As long as we can tell what you're saying, is the biggest deal. So I'd like you to fill it out right here, and just write as slow as you have to, just to make it to where I can read it as much as possible.
All right, sound like a plan.
All right.
Anything else on that?
All right, sound like a plan.
Signature.
Despite a lot of questioning and failed attempts to contact the numbers Jackson provided, the truth was slowly emerging. Jackson finally admitted he had worked at the jail for just 2 weeks. But the real question remained, why was he roaming around off-duty in a police vest? The officers then discovered that Jackson had been telling people he was an undercover cop. This led to an interesting conversation, but it only proved one thing. Jackson was lying openly to the public. The time had come to slap the cuffs on him, placing him under arrest.
Yeah, I already know I'm going to jail.
All right. Turn around, face the other way. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for impersonating law enforcement, all right? And then you also have a charge for transporting an open container.
Wow, my girlfriend could pick him up home.
Not at this time.
You know how long I'm going to be in jail because I'm from Tennessee.
Okay. Well, your mom lives here, so
well, I know that.
I'm not too worried about that.
Well, I mean...
Alright, go ahead and step on out. I'm going to double check, make sure you don't have anything in your pockets or nothing. Face the Tahoe here. You got a vape?
Yeah.
Where at? Your right pocket?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to have one in jail.
But you used to work in a jail?
Yeah, I used to work in
So you know what goes down in a jail. You know the process a little bit.
Yeah, but it's your first time going.
Right. Okay, go ahead and have a seat back in there.
I gotta be in jail for...
Don't know yet, man.
We need a
statement from him.
Let's get a statement from both of them. We'll have that much.
Yeah.
I'll give you a statement form for us to give to him. And I had a feeling that this was...
I'm glad to be with you. Not here.
Alright.
I'm going to talk to the original.
Alright. Get my notepad so they can work right on that. Sorry, I didn't hear you when you said.
I'm just trying to be nice because I'm not from here. Nobody knows that I'm going to jail because it's my first time.
Okay, you'll be able to make a phone call when you get to the jail.
I don't know anybody's number.
We'll be able to give you phone numbers. We'll write down phone numbers for you, and you'll have a piece of paper with their number.
Did you talk to
your cousin?
Jacob?
Yep.
Did he? So he knows that.
He doesn't know you're going to jail because we didn't confirm what we know now until we talked to the RP.
It's RP.
Huh?
It's RP.
Reporting party. Okay. Well, that's because you're not law enforcement. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So you,
But Jacob wanted me to let you know that if you try to come back there and get a job, you won't be hired. Okay?
So usually, since it's your first offense going to jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm from Tennessee. I shouldn't be in jail that long. I should be on.
It's all up to the judge on that, and whether or not you have the ability to bond out financially.
Well, tomorrow Monday, so I ain't that work.
Possibly.
So I would have to say tomorrow.
It depends on if you bond out.
So I would have to get.
Once you get in and get booked in, there will be a bond amount that will be set, and then if you can bond out with the bondsman or whatever,
if somebody pays me all the way from Tennessee, we're all the way.
they'll have to get with the bondsman here, make a payment to the bondsman, and the bondsman will come bond you out.
Oh, okay. So they just got to contact me.
Yeah. All right.
How's it going?
Better every day.
All righty.
Everything happened in Oklahoma County, right?
To wrap things up, the officers got written statements from witnesses to strengthen their case in court. Further, a thorough search of his car revealed cash, purse with his ID, and a suspiciously large amount of clothes and other items, hinting that the car might have been doubling as his home.
All right, I got his wallet. Spot it, just let it lay. Man, he's been living in this car. Well, he's good. I did see feminine products. RP said he had a his belt doesn't even look like it had a spot for it. I mean, that's not to say he didn't take it off. Right. Pull all this stuff out, make sure there's no stud on the ground. I was thinking he was going to say that he was Oklahoma County, and that's why I came over here. Because I'm like, I've been in the county 17 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'll have a pretty good idea if he's been in or around the county in the last 10, 12 years. I should recognize him. Unless he just happens to be one of those reserves that wasn't very active. Because
I was thinking about having somebody come over anyways, just because I was like, man, I don't know if this guy's going to have what I'm dealing with.
Right, and to not have any kind of formal identification for the agency. You checked everything on that?
I'll go see if McDonald's will give me a refund.
Okay.
It was later revealed that Jackson's cousin, a jail administrator in Campbell County, informed authorities that Jones had previously worked at the jail, but lost his job after impersonating an officer there as well. With all the evidence stacked against him, Jackson Jones was proven guilty of violating the law in more ways than one. Thankfully, he was only pretending to be a police officer and seemed to be enjoying the perceived power of that role. This is unlike the next suspect on our list, Casey Williams, who was actually found with a rifle in his car. On April 8, 2021, officers were reported by some witnesses that they saw a police cruiser flashing red and blue lights to civilians. Not long after, the officers arrived on the scene to see what was going on.
In that cruiser that has red and blue lights on it.
That's why I called him. I said, you can't do that.
No.
I said,
Hi there.
Casey told the officer that he was an off-duty officer on a special duty detail for watchmen based in Cleveland. However, the officer quickly realized something was terribly wrong as soon as he changed his stance and told that he was actually a security guard.
An actual Cleveland police officer?
No, I'm not with Cleveland PD. I work for Cleveland Watchmen. We're a security company that hires only off-duty police officers to do traffic control for.
Are you an off-duty police officer?
Yeah.
So who are you with?
Pickaway Sheriff's Office.
Pickaway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're out of
They do.
Ohio, and you're here working in Franklin County in Whitehall as an off-duty police officer.
No, I'm working as a security guard. So we do.
No, you're uniform marked as a police officer. You're working as a police officer right now with a car that has red and blue lights on it.
With every question the officer asked Casey, he failed to provide satisfactory answers. The officer then asked him to show his ID and badge, which he had been displaying to people, to verify whether he was actually a real police officer or an imposter.
74 to 105.
So I left the sheriff's office there. I'm going to. I was full-time there. I left full-time as a jail up there.
So you're not even a police officer?
Currently, I'm starting a new commission with a village up in Richland County. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're not even a police officer.
Copy.
You're currently not a full-time or a part-time police officer anywhere.
Reserve.
Okay, where are you a reserve officer at?
So, give me a second. I'll give you the name of the village because it got hooked up through the company here that I'm working with. So.
Okay, do you have an ID from that village?
Not with me, no.
Not with you?
No.
So you don't have an ID, you don't have a badge. What's the badge you were displaying earlier?
Sorry?
What's the badge you were displaying earlier?
What do you mean?
Do you have a badge?
Yes.
What was that badge you were displaying earlier?
That's my old Pickaway one.
So you have a Pickaway County badge, but you don't work for them?
It's a previous one from there, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You have that with you currently?
Yeah, it's a flex badge.
Can I see that, please?
Yeah. It's not from them. It's previous.
All right.
So.
A little while later, other police officers arrived at the scene, and the first officer briefed them about the entire situation and his suspicions regarding Casey. When one of the officers examined the badge, it was revealed that it was actually fake and made of plastic.
Copy.
Here, tell me what's wrong with it.
It's plastic.
Yeah, that's what he was displaying. And he's armed and everything.
Have we taken his firearm or anything off of him?
Not yet. See, this is who he works for, which is, he's in the military.
Yeah, but the screen printed.
He's in the military. The guy who owns his company is his commanding officer, some sergeant, first sergeant, sounds like. All right, and they got hired through this company here, Area Wide Protection. He says he used to work.
It was AWP was on one of those trucks.
Yeah. All right. Real quick. So, this is what he was displaying. It's fake.
That's cool. Well, maybe that's
He is armed.
Okay.
He's fully armed, acting as a police officer. He has a vest on that says police. All right.
Another police officer arrived and confirmed that Casey had indeed worked in Pickaway but was terminated. She also verified that the badge in Casey's possession was a fake. Gradually, the situation began to intensify for Casey.
He's got Casey Williams.
Casey Williams.
Oh, yeah.
He's over there. You know
Casey?
him?
Yeah, he was fired from Pickaway.
Oh, okay. Well, he's displaying their badge out here.
That's a maid badge. That's not our badge.
Right, yeah.
We don't provide those, and we don't approve those.
Well,
yeah. So you have two options. If he wanted to stay working, he would have to take off.
There.
Yeah.
This is we.
Right.
The police officers gathered all the evidence against him and finally concluded that he was indeed impersonating a law enforcement officer.
Impersonating a police officer. He's got a badge on him with claiming to be an officer. They didn't need him hauled around, write all that up about who he is and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if he wanted.
Things started to escalate for Casey when the officers asked if he was a commissioned police officer. He continued to avoid the question.
but you have no ID from them,
No,
all right?
no.
And have you ever been sworn in by them?
I've talked to the chief.
No.
that's
I'm
not
asking
what
you
I
a direct
asked.
question. Have you been sworn in
Now,
by
it's
them?
very important you answer this correctly, because being a former police officer or someday a current police officer, you know if you lie in this situation, you go directly to jail.
No, I'm not.
So I'm going to put that right
listen,
out.
I'm not.
So
trying-
if
I'm
you
not,
are telling me you are a police officer right now, is that what you're telling me?
No.
So you are not a commissioned police officer.
I spoke with the chief.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you one question. Are you a commissioned police officer through the state of Ohio?
I have an OPUDA certificate.
That's not what I'm
That's
asking.
not what we're asking you.
I'm explaining to you. I have
No, you're not. You're not answering the question. You're avoiding the question. It's very simple. Are you a sworn police officer anywhere in the state of
means
Ohio in
commission.
any department?
Not currently.
Okay, that's
Not
the
that.
question.
Well,
Not currently.
I'm unsure. I'm unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You can't be unsure.
You would have to raise your hand, swear, sign a form, and you would get
I've talked to the
paperwork on that.
Casey eventually realized the gravity of the situation and pleaded with the officers not to ruin his career, but there was no chance the officers would let him off easily.
And I was told by the guys, like, hey, we'll take care of a commission. We'll get it taken care of. It's no big deal. I come out here. Yeah, I was told, hey, you can start, make some money. That's all I was trying to do. Please do not. I'm asking you for courtesy, man to man. Please do not ruin my career. Please, please, please.
I think you did that kind of on your own, Casey.
Please.
All right. The Pickaway County. You knew you didn't work for Pickaway County. You displayed that badge. All right. You're out here acting in law enforcement capacity, displaying a badge that you have no right to have, or a facsimile of a badge. That's not even a real badge.
Yeah.
You were aware of that.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not real.
Okay. So, all right, you're going to be charged.
Oh, seriously?
I'm serious, okay? Now, we're going to be nice about this, okay? And we're going to take you over, and you can take your gun belt off, and you can set it on the hood of that car, okay? And we're going to take you in. We don't have to handcuff you. This officer is going to pat you down, all right? And we'll let you out, all right, on a summons, all right? Now,
The officers then asked Casey to cooperate with them and remove his armed belt, after which they handcuffed him and proceeded to search his car.
you don't have anything else on you, do you?
No.
All right.
Just,
No, don't reach in. All right, you should know the drill.
No interlock. Like your friend. Okay. Like your friend. No interlock.
Can I call my supervisor before we go in?
We will get a chance. I'm going to call the owner of the company, you mean? The guy I spoke with? I'm going to talk to him. He gave me his number, said to call him back. All right.
Which one? The one that you talked to on the phone on
George?
my phone?
Yeah.
No, the owner is John Ball.
Well, George is who I'm going to call back because he's the one.
He's just the supervisor.
Okay.
John is the owner. John's the one that talked to Sergeant Roper, who was supposed to help me out.
But you never talked to Sergeant Roper.
I did. I did talk to Sergeant Roper, yes.
You had
A whistle.
his whistle running that.
Yeah.
We want to do is his gun belt, but we're just going to lock this up so he can't take it.
Yeah, we'll just take that in.
Can we discuss another charge at least? Like,
All right.
Upon searching his vehicle, the police officers found something that completely changed the gravity of the case. The officer found a fully loaded rifle in the trunk of his vehicle, after which he immediately arrested Casey without any delay.
Oh my God.
It says now you got a rifle.
All right. And it's loaded, right? Okay. We're not going to. Yeah.
do the reasonableness test here. But listen, man, there's just way too much. You've got a coat in there that doesn't belong to you. That's got deputy sheriff stuff on there. You got a loaded rifle. You're a traffic guy, man. That's all your detail's going to be. What active shooter situation you going into that you need to carry a loaded rifle and rifle plates?
After processing, Casey was taken to Franklin County Correctional Facility. He was released on his own recognizance after a court appearance. Enter the real cops, closing in on 33-year-old Gerardson Mackey. As you watch the clip, you might mistake him for a legitimate officer until the twist reveals itself. This incident unfolded on July 20th, when Mackey was caught red-handed, allegedly impersonating a law enforcement officer.
Hey, partner. Hi. Hey, I'm Officer Park with the Acworth Police Department.
How are you?
The only reason why I'm pulling you over, I guess y'all were, well, that's my chief of police right there. He saw y'all go around traffic. He was trying to figure out who y'all are with or what was going on.
Okay.
So he called out on the radio and asked for a marked unit. That's why I got you pulled over.
That's fine.
So, I'll just let him come up if you want to ask. Who y'all work for, Georgia Metropolitan?
Yeah, I'm an off-duty hero operator.
Oh, off-duty hero operator?
How you doing, Chief? Hey. I'm an off-duty operator. I just work in a criminal detail. That's my ID. That's my badge. Yeah, I just work in a criminal detail. I went to get my car checked out because you can see all the lights on.
Why is the car registered to an individual?
That's mine. This is my company.
So what are you doing with all these red lights?
Sorry?
Why all these emergency lights? And did I see you using emergency lights to pull out into traffic on Lake Acworth Drive?
Oh, no, because I couldn't get through, Chief. You notice? That's a standstill. So I flashed the lights so people could see me that I was trying to get in the line.
Who do you work for?
This is my company. I'm an off-duty hero operator. This is my company.
Okay.
Yeah, I do criminal details. Yeah.
So you look like me, you're impersonating a police officer.
The Acworth Police Department in Georgia spotted Mackey flashing emergency lights in a retired police cruiser, dressed in a replica law enforcement uniform, complete with a badge. When questioned about his ID and his right to use emergency lights in a personal vehicle, he confidently claimed to be an off-duty hero with GDOT, stating that the car was his, and he used the lights to navigate through heavy traffic. The chief, however, wasn't convinced and accused him of impersonating a police officer. Watch how Mackey reacts when asked for a permit.
You got any ID on you?
Yes, sir. We look in the front. We look in the front.
I see red lights. I saw red lights when you pulled out.
Yeah, that's sir. That's when it activated to the back.
Yeah. Where's your ID?
Right, yes, Chief.
Do you have a lighting permit for the vehicle?
Yeah, right down the glass.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Yeah, it's got a light permit. I'm just looking at this, sir. The light permit's good through December of this year. Hey, Chief, what do you say that cross was where you saw him activate the lights on Lake Acworth?
What's the name of the subdivision with the mayor behind Lake Acworth Village.
Lake Acworth.
He was at
Acworth Muffler.
And he was wanting to turn right out onto 92 in that string of traffic there, and he turns on the lights to get out there.
Okay, so near Cherokee Street. Well, that is roughly about 300 feet.
He's got front windshield tinted and all windows are over there. His front windshield's a power tinted. Awesome.
Has he got a gun on him too? The thing is so he has a lighting permit that's valid. He has a lighting permit that's valid for the vehicle. To have
Can't have red though. Can't have red or blue, right?
that's what I'm curious about. If he has a company that does escorts, I'd have to look back in the law. I would assume it's amber and white.
Right.
But at the very least, from what Chief's saying, he's improperly using them. He's not on an escort.
Right.
He's just trying to cheat his way into traffic. So at the very least, I have him on improper use of emergency equipment.
Speeding down Ground Road.
Mackey did everything he could to clear his name. He presented his ID, license, and a permit for using emergency lights, valid until December of that year. But why were the police still suspicious? It was his behavior. They believed that by using the emergency lights, he was attempting an illegal escort, which is against the law. As you saw, they even searched his car.
All right, Mr. Mackey, there's your ID back.
Thank you.
Look, given with all the lighting permit and stuff that I'm seeing, I'm just going to assume everything's properly permitted and stuff for the vehicle.
It is, sir.
That said, with what my chief's observation, the use of those are for strictly business purposes. You can't be using it to pull into traffic, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to issue a citation for unlawful operation for emergency vehicle, okay? Just here.
I know, let me just talk to Chief real quick before, because I'm telling you how it's going to work. Even though I'm doing this on my private side, once I get this ticket, G-Dot is going to ground me again. I'm going to get grounded. And that's why I don't interfere my personal business with G-Dot. Anytime they run a driver's license number, I'm going to get grounded. I ask the chief, please.
Hey, but you have to understand that this whole scenario is a big issue for us too, because the uniform and lights and all that. This is when it gets.
The thing is, this is my company. I run my company respectfully. Okay. Because I deal with high clients. This is my uniform. Nothing on me say officer, nothing. This is my uniform.
I got you.
You understand? But please, I just want to talk to the chief. I know you're going to still do your job. I mean no harm. You can check me. My badge number is 440. I run the express lanes.
Just hear me out.
I don't want to get grounded.
If the chief wants to argue, that's fine. But this is going to stand. All right. Just let me explain this. What I need you to do is sign here at the X. Signing is not an admission.
I know the routines.
All right.
I'm a former police in the Bahamas. I know.
Okay. Do you need a pen? There you go.
Sir, please, if I could.
Everything I point out to everyone else, auto-generated court date right now is showing for the 18th of August at 9 a.m. at our court. The address is right there on the back of your copy. This phone number right here is to the court services. Takes about 3 to 5 business days for the citation. Give them a call and they'll explain everything to you.
Okay.
Do you have any further?
Do I have to attend the court or I just can pay it because I really...
Once you contact that number, they'll tell you all your options if you can just pay it outright and they'll explain your payment problems.
Hey, Chief.
Have you got a business card?
Yes, sir. Can I step out?
And you're all hot, but what about all these people in there?
I know.
That's why the windows for them.
Yeah, I'm trying to crack the window right now, Chief.
Don't choke all the windows so they don't.
No, the thing is, when I ride, the air, the compressor is going to kick in. Yeah. Chief.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be no pain in your hip, but Chief, please, man, I don't want to get grounded. Please, from G-Dot, please. I beg you, Chief.
I get that.
I live in the community. I live right there on 3485. I'm not a bad person. Please, Chief. I beg of you.
I don't think you're a bad. Let me have your business card. I don't think you're a bad person.
No, I just don't want to get.
You're impersonating a police officer.
I don't want to. No, I don't impersonate police officers, sir. That's why I was careful. I present myself on my uniform. Also, I'm a former police in the Bahamas. I don't have nothing to impersonate for.
We need real cops.
I know.
You could apply.
I don't want to. Honestly, I don't want to apply for awkward.
Okay.
I don't want to apply for awkward.
If it's hard to find your business card, just what's a good phone number for you, sir? Okay, thanks.
Anytime.
All right, thank you very much, sir. All right, unless you have any other questions, you're free to leave.
I want to verify your employment, and I'm probably going to have CID look into this, to be honest with you, see what you're doing.
I know, Chief.
I don't feel good.
Chief.
Chief,
I can show you my LLC.
Mackey tried to dismiss the officers by claiming he was a former police officer in the Bahamas, asserting that he would never impersonate another officer. But this defense was likely prompted by the court's case against him for violating the law, using the rights and uniform of an officer for personal gain, which is illegal. Additionally, he failed to produce his business card or proof of employment, deepening the officer's suspicions. Now, we bring you another astounding case that might seem similar to the last one, but it's a whole different story, one that will leave you fully satisfied as we reveal every twist and turn. This incident took place on July 31st, when deputies in Marion County, Florida, arrested 52-year-old Derry Lambert after he was caught trying to impersonate a U.S. Marshal. It all started when deputies noticed Lambert speeding in a pickup truck outfitted with a fake police siren. Suspecting something was off, they decided to pull the vehicle over.
4299 signal 67 in junction.
Hi.
Flag 6139.
623 formation. Plant.
34 tonight.
See your other hand for me? Where you headed to? Okay. You have your driver's license on you? What's the deal with the purple lights? Yeah, they're purple tonight. Where you headed to? A shooting in Marina? Okay, 10th floor. Hey, sir. So, the vehicle is your vehicle, is that correct? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I'm looking for something to verify that you're a U.S. Marshal, all right?
Went to voicemail, so I left him a message.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just hang tight with me.
I got to go back to shift in about 2 hours, so.
Where's shift at? Where's shift
I got to get my car.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, hopefully we can get this resolved really quickly. All right, thanks.
Did you notice Lambert was wearing a black hat with Police U.S. Marshal boldly displayed on it? Yes, he claimed to be one, saying he was late for a shift and was chasing down a gang. Watch how he tried to pass himself off as a real U.S. Marshal and how it led to his downfall.
A few questions.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, what is your name?
Gary Lambert.
Okay, what district do you work out of?
I work out of Texas, but they got me down. They got me down in Florida right now, looking into Marion Oaks. There's two gangs out there that are riding on a four-wheeler with a pole on it, busting into people's houses.
Okay.
And they got a call, so I chased. What's that?
What district in Texas do you work out of?
Dallas.
Okay.
My second house.
Saying that's a federal crime.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right.
I got red bugs out in the weeds in my sleep.
I'm sorry?
I tell him, what's out in the weeds? I got red bugs. Eat me up chasing a guy through the forest the other night.
All right, do me a favor. Just go ahead and turn around for me. Yeah, put your hands behind your back.
For what?
I'll explain it to you.
So, in the end, he was arrested for impersonating a police officer. But that was just the beginning. Lambert was bombarded with a series of intense questions, a true test of his ability to maintain the facade. But the deputies, trained to detect lies, quickly figured out he wasn't who he claimed to be.
Hey, how long you worked for the U.S. Marshals?
About 3 years.
3 years? Okay.
Going on it.
I'm sorry?
I'm finishing up at Votech and with Lacucci right now to go to work for Marion County. So.
To do what? To
be a cop. Coming down the road, get a call on my cell phone. Hey, they see the four-wheeler out there on the drone. Can you come help us?
Who's that?
So
Who called you?
My squad in Texas. If you look through my phone, you'll see the 941 area code.
By squad, what do you mean by squad?
They sent 3 or 4 of us down here.
Who is they?
The Rangers.
The Rangers? Which Rangers? Like the baseball team?
No. Hell no.
Okay, so what Rangers?
The Marshals.
The Marshals? But, where do you work out of Texas?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yes.
What's your district?
District. What do you mean?
Well,
we just
if
have
you're
headquarters in town.
If you're a U.S. Marshal, you would know your district. 641? Okay.
That's our squad.
Okay.
But there's only a few of us here.
A few of you? Would I be one of those?
No.
I'm not a U.S. Marshal?
I don't know. I see a badge.
Well, here's my credentials. I am actually a Special Deputy U.S. Marshal.
Yeah.
Here are my credentials.
Yeah. Mine are in my car.
These, your credentials like this are in there?
I have one just identically to that.
Okay. I would say probably not. Because I'm asking you very easy questions to be able to identify yourself, and you're not. Who's your supervisor out of Texas?
My supervisor?
Yes, sir. Your direct supervisor.
Jim Willis.
Jim Willis?
Yeah.
What do you do for the United States Marshals?
Well, I normally just do raids.
Raids?
Yeah.
Okay, who do you work for?
I just told you twice.
Like, okay, so do you work for the Fugitive Task Force? Do you work for the District Marshals?
No,
who do you work for?
I work for the task force.
You work for the task force?
Like people running, we do raids. All I do.
Listen to me for just a second. I'm going to give you a little bit of an out or whatever.
Right.
I know you're not a U.S. Marshal. I'm a U.S. Marshal.
Right.
I know for a fact, 100%, you are not with the U.S. Marshals. Okay? So I would just want to know why you would try to identify as a U.S. Marshal. Was it to like get around traffic?
No.
Okay, so what were you trying to do?
I told you twice. I was responding to a call.
With the U.S. Marshals?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't know about the drones out there flying over?
After a grueling, unsatisfactory questioning session, the deputy had a pro tip for this fake officer. Curious about what it was? Trust me, it's gonna blow your mind.
I'm gonna give you a little tip, pro tip. Okay? There's only 3 of us in this county. You are not one of the other 2. That's a pro.
Yes, you heard it right. The deputy revealed that there are only 3 U.S. Marshals in the county, and he knew the other 2 personally. Lambert's deception was immediately exposed. So, next time someone thinks about faking it, they better do their homework. In the early hours of September 1st, 2023, Atlanta officers responded to what seemed like a routine car accident. However, upon arrival, they found 47-year-old Samuel Smith handcuffed inside the vehicle with his wife, Patricia, behind the wheel. She claimed an officer had detained her husband at a nightclub, Peaches of Atlanta.
What's going on, ma'am?
Somebody just hit us at the red light. This is my husband.
Is he okay? Sir? He in handcuffs? Why is he in handcuffs?
I can't answer no questions, sir.
Hold on 1 second. Leave him there. 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 Radio, can I get a photo of my location? I have a black male with lacerations to his face.
Out of there is what happened. I would bet money.
Officers followed the lead and found 49-year-old Terrence Jacks at the club, dressed as a Department of Homeland Security special agent, complete with a badge, radio, and a police-marked vehicle. However, after investigating, officers discovered Jacks was an imposter.
Female get into it with anybody?
Yeah. Sure
Left
did.
in a pair of cuffs?
Yeah.
All right. What was the story with that?
They were just drunk.
All right.
And
whose handcuffs is he wearing?
Mine. He took off. He jumped in the SUV and took off.
Yeah. I mean, it's Metro to Fair, so like almost down to 166. Wiped out real hard. Hurt some people. Hurt themselves. All right. Here's what I want you to do for me, okay? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take your firearm off your side. Okay?
Okay.
You got just syrup out here?
Yes.
All right. Place that in my car. I'm gonna detain you for right now.
Okay.
All right. Right now, you are not under arrest. You're just being detained for the further investigation here. Do you have a key to your handcuffs?
In the car.
Keys in the car?
Yeah.
Who's the radio through?
eBay. Nobody.
Okay. It's not a Homeland radio?
No.
Okay. Hang on this for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna have you have a seat in my car for a minute, okay?
He was arrested for impersonating a public officer. But the night's drama didn't end there. Patricia was found to be at fault for the accident and faced her own set of charges, including DUI, less safe, hit and run, reckless driving, and driving on a suspended license. To top it all off, Samuel Smith, the man in the handcuffs, had an active warrant out of Fulton County. He was taken into custody as well, but not before being transported to the hospital for further medical treatment. What began as a simple traffic accident spiraled into a web of lies, deceit, and legal trouble. An astonishing reminder that not everything is as it seems, especially when the wrong people are playing pretend with badges and authority. On November 4th, a New Mexico State Police captain, driving off duty on I-40, spotted something suspicious. A vehicle flashing police lights, attempting to pull him over. Trusting his instincts, the captain knew something wasn't right and refused to comply. When real NMSP officers arrived, they confronted the driver, Ronald Portillo, who boldly argued about the captain's badge and claimed to be a PPO on a mission to clean up the area.
Officer Galliano, State Police, who are you with?
Portillo.
Do you have your identification card and everything? I sorry to bother you, but...
This guy's been following me. And so
I know who it is.
Okay.
So I understand you were slowing traffic down on the highway?
No.
You sure about that?
100%.
Can you go ahead and pull that out, please?
How you doing, sir?
Good.
What's your name?
In charge.
I'm in charge.
Sergeant.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Sergeant.
Okay, sir, I was told that you were using your car like you were a police officer.
No. Well, you should have showed it, right? You're in my truck. I told you to show it in your truck. You're on private property right now.
You have your driver's license, sir?
No, I'm not giving it. You have that.
Okay, well...
I'm in charge of this right now.
Okay. We're in charge of what?
I'm charged with this property and other properties.
Okay, and that's fine. But over there on the highway, where you lit up cars and you were using your car like a police car...
There's no proof.
Okay, hear me out. I'm investigating something, right? And if you refuse to give me your driver's license, I can detain you and arrest you.
Okay, detain me then.
Okay. Turn around.
No.
Don't
No.
resist.
No.
Resist, man.
No. Hey, knock it off. Knock it. No. Go.
Portillo's arrogance didn't stop there. He definitely insisted he had done nothing wrong, questioning why he was being detained. But as the officers dug deeper, the truth began to unravel.
Take care of these people here. From a guy getting all these people here with cleaning house here. That's it. I have no warrants. I have nothing. That's all I do.
The card you presented us, what powers does that give you?
I'm a PPO, which gives me, I'm not a level 3 security officer. I'm above a level 3 security
Okay, so you're not considered a police officer, correct?
I am not, no.
Okay. So
I'm
you
a
understand
patrol.
that by when we were asking for your ID, you're under investigation. We were asking for your ID.
Under investigation if I committed.
That's what we're investigating, which is why we asked your ID. And when you refuse to give it,
Can you just...
we'll adjust them in a minute. That's so why you're in cuffs.
Oh, it's my watch. Never mind.
You want to take your watch off?
Yeah.
You turn around.
It's rubbing against
State records revealed that Portillo was merely a private investigator with no authority to pull anyone over.
Okay. Are we good?
No, you're actually going to be... I'm not charging you for resisting or concealing ID. However, we are charging you for impersonating a police officer. We're going to write you a citation.
Okay.
There's going to be a report. You have a court date, all that stuff. Officer Powers getting that ready for you right now. He'll bring it to you and he'll explain it to you in a minute. It is a full misdemeanor, just so you're aware.
Mm-hmm.
And just to clarify, you can use your lights and your authority here in the parking lot.
Right.
Wherever your private property that you're contracted to be. If you're on the highway, you're in the city of Albuquerque, you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, you are not a police officer.
Correct.
You cannot do that. If you would like to become a police officer, we're hiring.
Yeah.
Great. But until then, you need to use your authority correctly. Also, I have a question. Why'd your license plate in your door?
I don't know. Not my vehicle.
I mean...
I understand what you're saying, but, I just got the vehicle. So I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm sorry?
Where do you pick it up?
I take it home. So they gave it to me to take it home because I have...
When did they give it to you?
2 weeks ago.
So you've been driving it for 2 weeks and you noticed that...
No.
There was a license plate
It was
your
in the
door?
trunk when I put my gear in. So I put it in there. And I haven't put it in.
Where does the license plate go if it's going to be on the road?
Yeah, I know where it's going.
So you knowingly moved your license plate from the trunk to your door. When did you do that? You've been driving it a week on the interstate. You've been snotty?
I do.
So you've been driving out on the interstate for a week.
So even if it is a company's car, you're responsible for that car, the registration, the insurance, and all that stuff. Doesn't matter whose car you're driving, you're supposed to have that stuff, right?
I guess so, yeah. As far as that,
Yes.
as a company, I wasn't sure. But personal vehicles, yes.
Well, essentially, it's a private company. It's not a government agency, is it?
Even government agencies have to have
That
license.
is G on it. Right.
Did they just call me?
I think
5160 calling?
And the strangeness didn't end there. His vehicle lacked a license plate, likely an attempt to hide his identity while pretending to be a cop. Though not arrested on the spot, Portillo received a misdemeanor citation for impersonating an officer. Initially, the case was dismissed due to a paperwork error, but the charge has since been refiled. If convicted, Portillo faces up to a year in jail and a $2,000 fine. This incident serves as a stark reminder. Pretending to be law enforcement is a dangerous game with serious consequences. As we wrap up, these were some of the moments when fake cops, those who dared to impersonate the real thing, came face to face with the reality of their actions. As they were taken into custody, the shock and fear in their eyes told the true story. This was no longer an act. The badge they flaunted was nothing more than a ticket to jail. If you found these stories as eye-opening as we did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that like button. For more gripping content and updates on similar cases, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you have any thoughts or questions, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.